You want to see one of the most underrated investment strategies you can actually take? Stay tuned. I'm going to dive into it and show you 4 different stocks you can invest in and what the strategy is. Alrighty, so I'm back actually, and it's been a little while since I posted my last video. I've actually been out in Germany. I'll show you a couple pictures here. Anyways, so the video is all about investment strategy that's actually going to be useful. How do you invest in something? How do you create an investment strategy? The one I'm going to show you guys today is basically based off of, let's say you're looking at, what's the future of what's going on in this world, and obviously e-commerce is going to be a big one. More and more people, I think it's only about between 10 and 50% of all the stuff people are buying right now is basically e-commerce. But that's going up leaps and bounds every year, a couple percentage points, even more than that every year. So that's just going to become bigger and bigger and bigger. Who's the number one person that does online sales out there? It's going to probably be Amazon, obviously. Jeff Bezos and his $150 billion salary. So, or his net worth, I'm sorry. But long story short, obviously e-commerce is huge. Amazon's huge, but you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. So you don't want to just invest in Amazon, obviously, because they could go under, another company could overtake them. But if you kind of dig a little bit deeper down and keep digging, unpeeling the layers of the onion, you're going to say, well, what's the part that everyone's going to need for e-commerce? And it's going to basically be industrial warehouses to store all the products. If you think about it, a lot of places out there, everyone, Walmarts, the Amazons, the Home Depots, they're all going online. All those online shipments need to be there within 1 to 2 days, right? So then basically, Amazon Prime, you have things like that, but it could be any other business out there. So if you don't want to put all your eggs in Amazon, this is the strategy for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to invest, and these are only examples. You have to do your own research. I tell everyone to do this. Don't invest in what I say. But I'm going to show you 4 stocks here, and they're basically going to be industrial warehouse REITs, or they're the companies that actually provide the space, that lease the space to store all this merchandise so that you can get to the products, to the customers really quickly. And there's going to be different kinds of these different type of companies that you can invest in. But basically, instead of actually going out and buying a warehouse for somebody and spending $1 billion or a couple $100 million to help Amazon, you can buy these 4 stocks, and these are REITs. All 4 of them are going to be REITs, and but you can actually then ride that wave that's actually the Amazon wave, the e-commerce wave, and everything in between. So stay tuned. I'm going to go through 4 of these. It's going to just take me about another maybe a couple minutes, and at the end of the video I'll post the last comment and you let me know what you think. Alright, so let's dive into these stocks, and I'm going to go ahead and show you why this investment strategy works. Again, this is just one investment strategy, but this is how I actually look at different sectors of investing and actually choose my stocks. So let's go ahead and open up the first stock. I'm going to go through 4 of them for you. First one you want to look at is Prologis Inc., Prologis Inc. It's about $80.92 per share. This actually carries a 2.62% dividend. Now this is actually important because guess what? This is Amazon's top landlord. So basically this is the landlord that rents Amazon the most space for their distribution centers. And it's also, if you look over here, Prologis Inc. is a multinational logistics real estate investment trust headquartered out of San Francisco, California. It was formed through the merger with AMB Property Corporation in June 2011. So it's basically, the revenue is about $2.5 billion a year, so it's a fairly large company, but it's fairly old, founded in 1983. So go ahead, obviously you can look at all this other information about it. If you look at the stock in general, though, it does carry that 2.62% dividend. If you look at the max out here, as far as how it's done really well over since all the way back in 1994. It had a huge downfall, when we actually hit the bottom in 2008, but it's climbed up nicely since. So obviously rebounded really nicely. It's a stock that basically is Amazon's top landlord and also the largest U.S. logistics real estate manager in the United States. So again, this is the way you want to do your investment strategy. Here's a great stock. This is a stock that's got that mid-market. It kind of gives space to all the big companies like the Amazons, Walmarts, all those type of companies, but you're not investing in just one company. This company serves a lot of different companies. So let's go ahead and look at the second one. Here's another good one, Duke Realty Corp. Symbol's DRE, and it's $32.14 a share, and it's basically got a 2.68% yearly dividend as well. If we go ahead and we max out on this one as well, let's go ahead and do that here. Obviously, they get hit by the 2008 fall as well, but besides that, it's gone up nicely again. So basically, here's another stock where you're getting that dividend and it's also going up. Obviously, they do get hit during the downturn, but the future is really more, looking forward because of the distribution centers. Duke Realty's basically got about 156 million, square feet. It looks like basically of that storage space for these type of companies. So 156 million square feet of distribution center space, which is huge. And if you look over here, it's an older company out of Indianapolis. But go ahead and do your research on this as well. But this is another company that fits that mid-tier, helping these companies grow. And so, once this serves, 5 or 6 or 7 of the largest companies out there, you have a lot of diversity built into the stock. So let's go ahead and take a look at the third one. Third one's going to be Torino Realty Corporation. Symbol is going to be TRNO. This trades at $47.68 a share, and then again, this has got about that same, and this is a little bit lower, but a 2% dividend, 2.01% dividend. Let's go ahead and look at the max on this one again. If you look at this one all the way back in 2010, it was about $18.85. Now it's all the way up to $47.45. It's got a nice upward trend over those years. Based out of San Francisco, also founded in 2009. Very same thing, basically. Now this one actually is a little bit different than the first two I went over because this is more, I wanted to show you one that's really focused on the geographic regions. So this really only operates out of 6 really densely populated metropolitan markets. So it's not all over the world, it's not all over the country. It just really focuses on 6 of the top cities in the United States because it knows that most people are going to be buying goods there. So it puts its distribution centers only in those locations, and that really helps the stock grow. You can see this wasn't really affected by 2008 as nearly as bad as the other ones, although this is kind of, it's since this is a little bit larger graph, it did get affected down here, but at the same time, it's grown really nicely. So this is another one that you might want to look into for that investment strategy. And then just a final fourth one I wanted to go over was this one, and it's going to show you some of the diversity that you can actually build into your actual plan. So basically, this one's called Americold Realty Trust. Its symbols on the NASDAQ is COLD, cold, can't forget that. Trades at $33.50, carries a 2.39% dividend down here. Look at its max here, straight up, basically since 2000. This is a fairly new stock, obviously, but it's 2018. But it's had a very, very nice uptrend so far. Now the difference, I wanted to show you this one because now we can diversify within our little plan we have. We can diversify even more. This happens to be, based out of Atlanta, but it's the largest owner of refrigerated warehouse space. So if you think about that, it's got about 160 refrigerated warehouses throughout the United States. So it's got a very, very, focus on just refrigerated goods. And so you kind of broke it to your level down of investment, your diversification even more. So now you can invest in, let's say, 5 or 6 of these type of companies. Some of them are cold storage, some of them are hot storage, some of them are geographic regions, and you can really diversify your investment. And that's what I call a strategy that works using your head. So I just wanted to kind of show you 4 stocks. Obviously, you have to do your own research. Don't take my advice on anything that I tell you here because it's not going to be right for everyone. But definitely, these are just 4 I wanted to show you and kind of show you my strategy. So what did everyone think? Well, again, this is just a strategy. This is just one you can actually go off of. But what you want to do is you want to look at what's the hot thing out there. And obviously, Amazon's been doing really well. Amazon could obviously tumble at any time, and there could be another thing that takes its place. So if you invest all your eggs in one basket, that's a little risky, obviously. So you look at these underlying companies that actually are performing something that's a very important service to these top companies. And these 4 stocks I showed you, that's what they do. So you really want to find any type of investment strategy that you go after. You want to find those kind of middle tier stocks that are basically going to be tiered off, and they're going to be supporting a lot of large companies so that if one large company goes, it doesn't take all of their business. And that's what I call my investment strategy. So basically, you're not really investing in something that's, just made up or because it's the next greatest thing or because other people are doing it. You're really thinking about it. You're really thinking about what you're doing and why it makes sense and what you're actually going to put your money into before you do it. So again, I don't recommend any of these stocks directly to anyone. You have to do your own research with everything. But at the end of the day, when you're looking at investment strategies for yourself, the most important thing is just use your head. Make sure you understand what you're investing in and make sure that whoever you're investing in has a real purpose in this world. And it's going to be e-commerce is what I think, as far as the storage units and how they're going to store those products. So that's kind of why I wanted to make this video. Again, by all means, check me out. I make a couple of videos a week. I was gone for a little while in Germany, like I said, on a vacation, but I'll start back up. I make 2 to 3 or 4 videos, a week. But some of them are investment, and then other ones are basically going to be on, I do technical reviews, and I also do some travel ones as well. So anyways, I'll see you guys in maybe Maybe I'll see you sooner, but I'll see you in a week at least. Take care.